Alrighty, boob tubes and fuck yo, tickety talk, shittity talk. So there's been a Russian plane downed. I think it was over Ukraine. I think it was over the Ukraine-Russian border, but we'll check that out. And it's got lots of Ukrainian POWs on board. So the Ruskies are saying the Ukrainians have shot it down, and there's video footage and all that jazz, right? But before interjecting a wee bit of like 4D, 5D, 6D Google Glass chess thinking into this shit, right? Just a wee kind of curveball, if you want to call it that, right? Here's an amazing documentary. It's done by the BBC. Jimmy Savile. Right, don't watch it then. Fucking idiot. This is a brilliant documentary about Machiavelli. You know, everybody thinks Machiavellianism and just thinks a two-pack. It's kind of a joke wrapped up in a reality, you know. No cunt knows what Machiavellianism fucking is, where it came from, what it's all about. Well, very few. I think it's fucking two-pack. Well, this is a documentary about Machiavelli. The book he wrote. I want to call it. It's either The Prince or The Little Prince. I need to dig it out of my cupboard. But anywho, that's beside the point. This isn't a book. It's more a manual how to gain and maintain control and power with absolute authority. And that's how Machiavellianism came about. You can read the book. It's widely available. You can get it on the fucking Amazons and everything. And it'll break it down into small bite-sized chunks. As I said, it's not a book, it's not a novel, it's not a story, it's a manual. Tony Blair, as soon as he finished his premiership as Prime Minister, he stopped being a Protestant, then went on to become a Catholic, then went on a tour of Florence around Machiavelli's home, which is still there today, where you can go and look around and all that, which, if you go and watch this documentary on BBC's, his chest in his room, I think it was his room, it might be his living room, but his chest still there with all the engravings on it, and it's just flying the big gang sign of fucking the Jesuits. That's why I wanted to timestamp Florence, Italy, just timestamp his being and passing. Whether you know this or don't know it as of yet, think of the makeup of Europe at the time. There was the Reformation and the Counter-Reformation, the Jesuits, who I just referred to, who he had their gang sign on his chest, and Machiavelli wrote The Prince for the Prince as a kind of, here, do you want to gain and maintain control? A lot of people don't relate that, or a lot of people don't look at the timeline and put into the interject into the landscape of Europe at the time, where you had the Reformation and Counter-Reformation, where all the cool guys were against the church and their fucking absolute dominance and power. Protesting. Anyway, so get that in your timeline. Go and, if you've got time or you're interested, go and watch this documentary. Immense. A way I've heard Machiavellianism summed up. One of the most famous ones, would you kill 2 people to save 1,000? Right, there is only 2 choices here. Would you kill 2 to save more? That's very simplified, but that is, there was a general in the UK Army who where was it we took control of in Iraq? Basra? Is it Basra? Is it that province or something? But the UK's domain in Iraq, and he bounced into a village, right? And all the wee kids are like, oh, right, we're bouncing about them and that, wanting the food and shit like that. And he's like, right, I've got a football. And they're all like, oh, I want a football. And he's like, right, you only get it if you do X, Y, or Z, right? And that was to go and root out the Allah Akbar nut bars still hiding about the village. So Machiavellianism, you're willing to be a cunt for the greater good. Simplifying it. The reason I'm bringing that up is more recently we had the Houthis attacking a Russian oil ship in the Red Sea, and then on the BBC their ex-MI5 security correspondent was like, oh, it was bad intelligence. It was good intelligence depending how you look on it. Somehow, some way, the Houthis get fed intelligence. That was a UK, American, Israeli ship, and it got attacked. It wasn't bad intelligence, it was good intelligence. Just the Houthis fell for it. Now, put this in the mix. Would the Ruskies be willing to kill 6 of their own? Or allow 6 of their own to be killed? Or feed bad intelligence to the Ukrainians, which would then lead them to fire upon this fucking plane? Because this is how complicated it is, I believe. I don't think it's just as simple as like the news outlets pretend it to be. Here's where my head's at with this, right? And again, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm in no cult. I like to theorise about fucking the depths of conspiracy that do happen. Especially in fucking war. The first casualty of war is the tooth. Right? Russian military transport plane crashes with 65 Ukrainian POWs on board. Russian Defence Ministry said the plane crashed in the Belgorod region located on the border this morning. Look, we've even got some Telegram fucking footage, motherfucker! Don't you just love World War 3? Brought to you live on the Telegrams, Facebags, X to the B to the B to the T to the D. Yeah, baby. Gotta love it, man. People dying live, social media. Let me lick those windows. You should see what I've seen when I'm licking windows. Right, so beautiful. Brought to you by who's that? It says Sky News. Rupert Murdoch. Gotta love you, Rupert Murdoch, bringing us World War 3 live death and destruction. Brought to you within minutes. Russian plane, 65 prisoners on board. So that would suggest getting transported from Ukraine to Rushki. Defence Ministry confirmed crashed in that city. They, prisoners of war, were being transported for exchange. Another 6 members and 3 other people were also on board. So 9 Ruskies, 60 odd Ukrainians, plus a PR victory. That's Machiavellian shit fucking there, right? You got to be some Machiavellian motherfucker to do that stuff. I ain't got that in me. I'd stick my head in the fucking... I'd never be in a position like that, right? But these motherfuckers that are in these positions, they are Machiavellian as fuck. You don't become top of the fucking crop without being Machiavellian. You don't like it, loathe it, hate it, fucking put your fucking tweed fucking knickers on and fucking pee on it if you want. But it's there, it exists, it's real. Go and ask all the leaders of the world. Read the book. Go and read the book. I need to dig it out, it's in my cupboard. Go and read Machiavelli's book. I think it's the only book he ever fucking wrote, actually. So what I'm suggesting, or what I'm theorising about, right, is this either get allowed to happen or Russia fucking fed Ukraine really bad intelligence, knowing that they would shoot at this plane, thinking there was some big high target on it or something, and it's fucking rattled down 65 Ukrainian POWs live on Telegram. Woohoo, baby! Live on Telegram, and a very big PR coup for the Russians. However you dress it up. Get it? Got it. Good. Tupac didn't invent Machiavellianism. Catchies! No cats or Tupacs were used in the filming. Catchies.
Cips clips.
And remember, citizens, always subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. And $19.95 plus shipping and handling will keep you out of hell.